Hello and welcome, guys. I hope all is well with you and your family. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day vignette. And a vignette in decorating is really just a fancy word for a table topper that's made from small objects where you basically display your own personal style. I'm actually using objects that I already have in my home, and that way it helps me to save money, and I hope you'll do the same too as well. Also, I'll go through a couple of steps and show you some ideas to bear in mind when you're doing it so that way you can get the best out of it. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm going to be starting off with my tray, and as you can see, it actually has a neutral color, and that's always best because it basically grounds everything and it gives a pop to whatever you might have coming up above it, and that's what we really want. Then of course you can get a circular tray, rectangular ones, square ones. You can use a mat, you can use a cutting board, and it's just something that's going to basically define the area that you're working with. And then the next thing is to choose what your base color is going to be above the tray. In this case, I'm choosing white. It's kind of like an off-white. It's my vase. And I'm going to be tying it into, other objects as I place them on there. And then the next thing we're going to do now is to arrange for my accent color, which in this case is coming from the red section of the color wheel. That red color for Valentine's. These are actually silk flowers, and I actually got them from Walmart, believe it. I just think they are absolutely cute, don't you think so? And then we're going to go ahead and place them in. What I had to do though was to bend the bottom because it was a little bit higher than the height that I wanted, so I bent them, so they'll fit. Of course, your fresh flowers, we just go in and cut those to suit the height that you want. So you just want to place them in as I'm doing here, if you're using multicolors, to make sure that you don't have all of the colors in one place, that they're nicely dispersed. Of course, you have the option to choose, a monochromatic look where you may have all reds, you may use all pinks, all white. It just depends on what your preference is. So I think those are looking okay right now. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. And this is actually a picture frame that I got. And what I did was to put a Valentine's card that I got from a dear friend a few years ago. And the pink in there, you'll see that it actually, it helps to connect with the colors on the flowers, so they're kind of tied together. And that's pretty much what I was going for. You see it in different areas, and it's a nice little mismatch. And around the edges, you'll see it's a black color there, and that is actually the contrast that we're looking for, because what it does is that it works, as an opposite to the base, and that way it helps to give it that pop, and it gives it some height too. So I'm putting it towards the back. And then this now is actually a little nice little artwork that I had, and I took out what was in the middle and I replaced it with a little heart. It's a pink heart, if you can see it there. It has little stitches around, and it also has the black around the edges as well, so it ties in with the other frame that I had there. And you can see we're having variations in height now. We have like 3 different heights going. Highest at the back, then we have it in front, and you see we're looking at different shapes as well too, rectangular, square, that circular look of the vase. You can always just tweak it a little bit to make it your own. Good to get the senses involved, all of them as much as you can. The candle smells so good. I wish you could smell it, guys. And this is my little candy holder. It's Valentine's, of course. So what would it be without some candy? So, and this, I'll just place it right here to help to create a little bit of balance there. I'm going to add my candy into it. And I chose Dove dark chocolate because, that's one of my favorites. And guys, if you've made it this far, I do hope that you will hit the subscribe button and tap on the notification bell so you can see my future videos, or even look at past ones as well too. If you like flowers, if you like decorating, gardening, then we can always go through it together. So here you can see now that everything, the basic things are put out. So then what you want to do next is to fill in the spaces. I'm going to be using additional chocolate since I have chocolates on there already. But of course you can use things like colored beads, you can use rose petals, you can mix and match your colors there. You can use multicolors if you like. It just depends on where you want to go with it. So you just gently spread them around. And bear in mind too that in some instances your table may be in the middle, in which case you want to have some of your things that you're using to tie the base together around the back. Mine's against the wall, so not as critical, but it's still good to have it there. But if it's in the center, then definitely you want to make sure that you can see all of that all the way around. So I hope you're liking it so far. I hope it's giving you some really good ideas. And of course you work with your own color palette and see how everything mixes and matches together. And I like how these flowers come out there. So I do thank you so much for watching. I really wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Hope it'll be a wonderful time for you and your family. Remember to check out my future and past videos. Thank you so much for watching. And I do hope that we'll see you in the next video. Take care.